Good evening. Welcome to the channel and welcome to the live. My name is Tanya or TitaniumBuilt, whichever you prefer. I'm actually like on time, like pretty much like a minute late, only because I had to like close out some stuff on my computer. But come on in, grab a drink, grab a snack, grab some popcorn, whatever you like to munch on, and we'll discuss some true crime shortly. As you guys are coming in, if you would like to drop your name or drop where you're from, what time it is there, we'd love to know. I'd love to know those things. I am Tanya, I'll say, and I usually have an Ohio t-shirt on that lets you guys know where I'm from, but I don't have one on tonight. That's where I'm from, the great state of Ohio. I'm just gonna let some people come in, see what everyone's kind of doing. Don't forget, to like. If you do appreciate today's case coverage and you'd like to subscribe, we'd love to have you. We do have a members now only function where you can join, just clicking the join button below. So we have all those cool new features now on our channel. And we are going to be talking about a couple missing people today, like persons cases. And then another case, just kind of up in the air with that case. So just make sure, as you're coming in, you're hitting the like button. That way it does get sent out in the algorithm so more people can enjoy it and they can see it and they can help get the word out there too. And we'll get started here in just a moment. You can't even see my little candle tonight, but I have my little tranquility candle burning. It smells really good. It's been going for a while tonight, so I don't want to pick it up because it might be a little hot, but I do have, in Scotland. Hi, Isabel. Hi, I'm not going to ever be able to pronounce your name. I'm going to have to call you Zana or something, or Zana, Jazana. I don't know. Am I close to that one? Hello, everybody. As you're coming in, don't forget to like, just hit that subscribe if you'd like to, drop your name, drop where you're from. Minnesota's in the house. I'm from Ohio. I'm Tanya, by the way, as you guys are coming in. I know there's a ton of people going live tonight, I noticed. When I was going to go live last night, my stupid internet was messing up. StreamYard was messing up. And I know a couple other creators had that problem. So, yeah, it was just a little crazy yesterday. I know that I was over on allegedly with Brittany, like on her channel, and she was having problems with her StreamYard during the day too. So I knew that it wasn't just me. But there are some stuff I do want to bring up. How's everybody's weekend? It's almost over now, I guess, huh? For the most part, it's almost over. I did a couple videos today. I'm going to release them within the next day or two because they're cases that are going on right now. So I want to make sure that people can see those and all that good stuff. But we got someone from Scotland. We got Minnesota. If you guys, as you're coming in, if you want to drop where you're from in the comments, and we'll get started here in just a second too. I think that's all. And I just want to make sure I don't that I have everything up here that I need. That I wanted to show you guys anyway, because there's I have a bunch of tabs open on my computer. So let's just see where we start, I guess. And like I said, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon. I do a lot of true crime. Also, I put in a little vlog here and there as well. And like I said before, we do have a members only now, so you can always hit that join button below, and you can do Titan Tier 1 through Titan Tier 3. And it's going to be so much fun because I want to do a lot of members only lives and stuff like that. So I'm going to start doing those probably within the next week or so, because we only have a handful of members. So I'd like to have a pretty good amount. Hi, Jenny Perry from Indiana. Oh, you're my neighbor. You're close to me. I'm from Ohio, so we are neighboring people. Okay, so I guess I can go ahead and get started with tonight's case coverage. I had a lot to go over, and we'll just kind of we'll just play it by ear and see how we go. But I'm going to start with the smallest, not the smallest case, but like the stuff that we don't have like a whole lot of information on. So let me just get my banners ready. That way I have them on there because you guys will know. And I don't know if you guys saw. So if you guys aren't subscribed to my channel, make sure that you are. Double check that you are, because I do put out a lot of community posts where if I can't get on and do like a video right away, I will, of course, I'll get on there and I can type something up really quick. And that's what I did for a couple cases that we're going to be talking about tonight. So if you didn't get a chance to see those, that's not a worry because I have all the information right here and all the notes. And then the first one we're going to talk about is actually, I think all of these cases are in California, maybe. Actually, I'm not sure about the second one, but we have a lot of California cases lately, it seems like, don't we? I want to bring up her picture. So her name is Rachel Castillo. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm sure it's like she's Hispanic, and I'm sure the way that she would say it would be very pretty compared to how I'm saying it, But I'm going to actually show you this video. Have you guys heard of this case yet? If you guys have heard of it, she's a missing lady. Just if you've heard of it, put a 1 in the chat. And if not, if you haven't heard of it, put a 2 in the chat. If you could, please. We don't have too many people on, so. Back to Good said that's the main reason I'm moving out of California next summer. This place has become so sad and scary. Yeah. And me and my boyfriend, we go out there every year because my boyfriend's he's from out there. And so like, I love it. And now the more and more I'm seeing like all these crimes and stuff, it's just so sad. I'm just like, man, I just need to like stay over here in Ohio. But it's bad in Ohio. I mean, my hometown, they consider it like 3rd on the worst places to live like in Ohio now. And it's a small town. I'm like, that's embarrassing. Like, there's only 25,000 people there. What y'all doing? Like to, make that many people not want to stay there. But it was a really nice town when my family first moved there. It's just drugs, have come kind of overtaken everything. So I feel like these lights are super bright on me tonight. It's like, I'm going to turn it back. It usually just depends on I swear it just depends on if I use like my webcam or if I use my phone. It's all crazy. You're from Croatia. Kate forgot last name. America actress shutting a film, American film. I don't know about that one. Oh, you're an American actress shooting an American film. I got you. Okay. I had to read that a couple times. Sorry about that. Oh, wow. Well, that sounds like a lot more fun. What we're doing. I did get a new desk though for right here, and I'm pretty excited about it because I can move it around now. The Game of Thrones was in Croatia. Mamma Mia versus Croatia. Oh, nice. Yes, drugs and how expensive everything is. I feel having a huge impact. Yeah, it's very expensive out there. My boyfriend's brother, and we're not like this, but he just bought a home out there, his first home, and it was $1 million. And I was like, what? How much? For what? And so we went and we looked at it. We didn't go inside because we were just dropping something off, and his brother was working that day, so we didn't go inside. But for what it was, it looked like a condo. Like for out here, I was like, that you don't get a yard. You don't even get like a little bit of a yard, like not even a patch. Like you don't get anything. So it's really unfortunate that you don't get a backyard for that much money out there. And then his parents' house is about the same amount. So it's expensive to live out there. I know why a lot of people get those like mini homes. I would do that. So I'm going to show you this then. I'm going to go ahead and show you like this news clip. I hope they always like to get me if they can, but that's okay. So let me share this with you because
or
post,
okay, or anything.
I don't know how loud it is, but I'll share this little news article with you guys. That way it'll get you kind of caught up, and then I can tell you too.
It's breaking news tonight at 11 o'clock. A local mom mysteriously vanishes. A bloody scene left behind in one of the Southland's safest cities. The urgent search tonight to find Rachel Castillo. Eyewitness News reporter Christian Cordero live now tonight in Simi Valley. Christian.
Mark, to say this is shocking for a quiet community would be an understatement. Simi Valley is consistently among California's safest cities, and yet tonight detectives here and the family we spoke with are trying to solve a seemingly violent mystery just over 24 hours old. Tonight, the family of Simi Valley's Rachel Castillo is combing over what investigators have already sifted through, trying to find even the slightest answer. The 25-year-old has 2 young children, is studying to become a therapist, and lives with her sister just a few miles down the road from their parents.
She's a great mother. She's a good daughter. She's a good sister.
Her sister Emily came home last night, and upon walking into their apartment, she immediately saw blood, a lot of it.
As soon as I saw the blood, that's when I realized something wasn't right. So I called my mom to let her know to come over, and then I immediately called 911.
As she waited for help to arrive, Emily felt she had to do something.
I was running around the house trying to see if I could find her somewhere. I checked her bathroom, under her bed, her closet, my closet, the laundry room, my bathroom.
Her mom arrived soon after and saw the mess firsthand. Rachel's phone, keys, and car were all home without her.
There's something to be said about a mother's intuition. What was the first thing that came to your mind?
That somebody came in there and took her. That something happened.
Would anybody want to take her? Why would anyone want to take her?
I don't know.
She told us Rachel dropped her sons off with their father earlier that morning. That was planned, and they said they have no reason to believe he would have hurt her. Detectives told the family they're looking into all possibilities, including other men she was potentially seeing, and if neighbors saw or heard anything. Rachel's mom, just starting to learn what happened, knows all too well what her daughter has so far left behind.
The most important thing is that she's a mother. She has 2 little boys who are going to miss her. And we just want her home.
If you know anything, Simi Valley Police wants to hear from you. Rachel is about 5'2" and weighs just over 100 pounds.
I don't know really know how to make me bigger. Let's see. I just took her out of it. I don't know how to do that. Okay, we'll figure it out. But yeah, so there's not like a whole lot of information. That's really all the information that we have. I tried to look into it today, like all day today. Back to good. Did you see anything on your news about it over there since you said you're in California? I don't know if you're like near this area, but I just feel so bad because she's a gorgeous girl. So basically her sister went home after, I guess, work or something, and walked in the door and immediately saw that there was blood there. So she called her mom and was looking around the house. I guess she searched under the beds and blankets and stuff and in the bathrooms and couldn't find her anywhere. So they called the police. And now the police are looking into it. But I just wanted to bring it to you guys' attention because it's a new case. And I really hope that she could be found before anything happens to her. I don't know how much, blood that she left behind. Like, I hope not a lot, but the way that her sister was making it out to be, it made it seem like there was a substantial amount. But they did say they didn't think it was her, the father of her children. I guess she took her 2 boys there earlier in the day, and that was all scheduled and planned. So I just wanted to bring that out to you guys. I have a video too, so I'm going to release that tomorrow. And I think I'm going to do a TikTok after I'm done with this, if I can remember, because sometimes I get up and I start putting the lights away in and I'm like, crap. I always forget to take pictures too. That's the worst for me. But so yeah, I just wanted to bring it to your guys' attention because she's a gorgeous girl and she's missing and she needs our help. And I wish I could make this bigger. Maybe if I take I wish we had some more information, but if you guys are just now coming in, if you could please like the video to send it out into the algorithm, that way more people can enjoy it. And I'm going to go ahead and move on to our second topic. There's so many people doing lives tonight. I'm sure that everybody's just running around trying to figure out which live to go to. Let me see. I was seeing if I had anything else on her. I mean, I had more pictures, but I think that one was the best one. That's a good question. That's a really good question. I don't know if they've checked that yet, but I know she lives like, it looked like in an apartment, and we live in an apartment inside a building, and we have a doorbell cam. Like, you have to go through a door, like a locked door at the bottom, and we still have one. So I'm sure that they're going to find something. I'm hoping somewhere. I'm hoping that it's close. Like maybe it looks like her apartment was like under the stairs, maybe. So maybe there's an apartment here and here. That would be nice if they had like one right there. I mean, you couldn't ask for more than that, but hopefully maybe if not, the apartment complex has something in place, but it does look like an older apartment complex. But they still should have cameras. Everywhere should have cameras right now. I mean, every building should really have cameras. My boyfriend works for like a camera company, and they install a lot of cameras. So, I mean, I feel like everybody has cameras nowadays. Hell, we even have one inside of our house. Just because, like, when we leave, I want to see what my dogs are doing. Because, you know, dogs are dogs. Okay, so let me see. That's a good question, though. I'll have to look into that because I couldn't even find any more information out on her. Like, that was really all I could even find. And that was super upsetting because I was hoping I could find a little bit more, so, you know, to talk about with her. But yeah. But I am going to do a video here in a couple of days, I think, like a very candid video with you guys. So I want to do that with you guys, like about me, and just like sit down and have a Q&A. I think that'll be fun to do too. Because I mean, like there's always so many cases going on. It feels like sometimes we need a break and just talk to each other. Okay, so let's see. This is my next one. So the next one I was going to go over is Michael Vaughn. And as most of you guys know, I wasn't in true crime when Michael Vaughn went missing. He went missing on July 27th, 2021. There's barely any info about Rachel's case. And it's so bizarre. I know. That's why I'm just like, I'm trying to push it out there as much as I can. And I will, let me actually, shoot, I don't have a pen right here, do I? Let me find a pen real quick. I have this desk note. I don't have a pen on it. Let's go with that one. I'll knock my light over. This way I can write it down. And this is so funny because I like grabbed one of his work pens. It has like camera stuff on it. I want to write down that question that you have because that's like, I want to know. That's all. I want to see if there's anything else. Because even if I have to like write to the police station myself and ask them what's going on with this case, because it might not get that much attention. I don't know. The news media was mentioning it, but it wasn't big channels. It wasn't like big channels. It was just, it looked like maybe their local channels out there in California was covering it. So I saw it today and I was like, well, I think we should talk about that case because just something, resonated with me. And I was like, she just seems like she needs our help. So if you do have any info on her, she was 5'2", 105, brown hair, brown eyes, Hispanic female. Typical California police. Yeah. Right. I know. I know we have another story to go to with that too, with the police in the California. They're just not the greatest sometimes. I want to say that it's kind of like everywhere though. You have like your bads and you have your like your goods, and sometimes they're mixed together. And then the good guys don't know what to do because the bad guys are kind of like overpowering. I feel like police departments, a lot of it is corruption. There's a lot of corruption out there. But I feel like that you have that with like any job, but you shouldn't have that in a police department. That's like the one place that you don't want to find that shit. You don't want to find it there. Like you don't want to find it there. So Michael Vaughn is a new case for me. I'm gonna put his banner up. I didn't have the police. I didn't know the police department's name to put their number up there though. So if anyone knows that, I'll put it up because I don't know it. Hey Gregory, how are you guys? How are you? How are you guys? How are you? I was like reading everyone's comments. How are you guys all at the same time? So if you guys are just now joining us, please don't forget to get a thumbs up. Also, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, I do talk true crime. I do a lot of timelines, and then we do a lot of lives. Usually we just chit chat in the lives, go over a lot of the facts, and just kind of debunk what we can debunk. So I am going to go over the Michael Vaughn case, and I'm going to go over like the notes. That way it resonates with me again, because I did do a video on it, but I don't want to just re-say it. So on July 27, 2021, Michael's mother had went to work that day around noon, leaving Michael and Tyler, which is Michael's father, and his siblings at the home. She called around 4 o'clock to check on the kids and to check on Tyler. And he said that Michael was in the living room playing with his, I think, Nintendo Switch, playing with his brothers or siblings. I can't remember. Is it boys? Is it all boys? I can't remember. Michael was last seen around 6:30 as his dad went in to change the baby's diaper and I believe call for pizza. That's when they think that Michael got out of the house. This is like the saddest part. Like to think that he like got out of the house and he snuck out the garage door, and he just snuck out that day because he wanted to find some friends to play with. Like, oh my gosh, I think that's just really sad. Like, I don't know. I just think it's sad. Because I could see me doing that. Like, you know, you have older siblings or really like a lot younger siblings. My brother and I are 9 years apart. And there's sometimes that they don't want you around. You know, they want to hang out with their friends. And if you don't have a friend to hang out with, it's like heartbreaking. But it is said during that time that 4 different people saw Michael. 3 of the people said that he knocked on doors and that he was knocking on their door. And then 1 person, I believe, saw him lose one of his flip-flops. And if I get any of this information wrong, please drop it in the comments because I want to make sure I'm giving you all the correct information. Police, they did search all 4 of the homes. He was last seen by a neighbor going towards 9th Street. And then that's also where the dogs ended up losing their scent when they were searching for him. And their neighborhood is one of those where it only has 1 entrance and 1 exit, which I've never lived in one like that. I mean, I had them around me, but we always had 2 exits. But I know what they're saying when they say just 1 entrance, 1 exit. I've had like subdivisions growing up. Like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with subdivisions, or I don't know if they call them in California. You guys don't really have them. Like, you guys do, but they're like, you guys are up on mountains. It's just different. I don't know. It's just different. My boyfriend's from California, so he didn't even know what the word subdivision meant. And I'm like, oh, it's like housing, like developments. So, but at 7 p.m., Tyler called Brandy, which is Michael's mom, and she rushed home, and the police were already there searching for the kid, for Michael, for the little boy. At the time, they were suspicious of a man walking the neighborhood and of a white Honda Pilot that was also seen leaving the neighborhood. Oh, I should put his picture up here. That's what I meant to do. I'm not even sure what I have up here for him. Oh yeah, I was going to play this too. Let's see. And then this is like the news update that kind of came out today on him. And it's basically, they're just going to say, and I'm going to play it though, that police are searching a house on Red Wing Street about 4 minutes from where he lived. And Friday night, Saturday afternoon, police search efforts began to search for the missing little boy. They had bobcats that were taking layer by layer of the ground up, and they also had search and recovery dogs. So I'll just play this for you guys.
Well, it was an emotional day in Fruitland as police dug through a backyard searching for the remains of missing Fruitland boy Michael Vaughn. And tonight, so many questions still remain. Thank you for joining us here on this special edition of the Saturday News at 10. I'm Shira Matsuzawa, and you watched as that search was happening live right here on the news at 5 and 6. Take a look now. This is an updated map of the area. The home is about 4 minutes away from the Vaughn's neighborhood where Michael was last seen. The then 5-year-old went missing in July of last year, and there's been a nationwide search since. KTV was first on scene today, and Jude Binkley walks us through what we know so far.
Fruitland Police Chief J.D. Huff confirmed they're looking for missing Michael Vaughn's remains in the backyard of this house on Red Wing Street in Fruitland. On Saturday afternoon, law enforcement and search crews dug up the backyard of a home nestled in this Fruitland subdivision, only 4 minutes away from where Michael Vaughn lived and was last seen. Police got a search warrant to scour this house on Red Wing Street in Fruitland Friday night and all day Saturday. Fruitland Police Chief J.D. Huff said they received a credible tip, one of more than 1,200 tips they've fielded about Michael's case since he went missing on July 27, 2021. At a press conference this summer, Huff told reporters a legitimate tip brought their investigation back to the area of Fruitland. Fruitland PD, Idaho State Police, and Idaho Mountain Search and Rescue used heavy machinery, including a backhoe, to dig. They cut down a tree and part of the fence. Canines were also out, helping search for any remains. Huff says a couple lives at the house but doesn't own it. He isn't aware of any connection they have to the Vaughn family.
No matter what's happened, it's been tragic for the family, and that's tough.
A neighbor told us he's never seen a search like this in the area. Mike Parker says crews knocked on his door and other neighbors in the past.
Almost immediately I had a knock on the door that night. Wanted us, check our backyard, check the garage, check, to see if there's any way there was around. We've had police at the house a couple of different times over the last year or so. They showed me a picture of a kid's little scooter thing. Looked like it was sun-drenched if I'd seen it. And
police say they'll keep searching until they hit every inch of the yard. Crews wrapped up here at about 5:30 tonight, and they'll be back on scene Sunday morning at around 9:30.
And we will be back out there as well, continuing our coverage as crews continue their search tomorrow. And to stay up to date, you can follow.
So do you guys know if he was on a scooter? Like, do you guys know if maybe he was was he riding a scooter? Is that why they were asking that neighbor about that? Because I just started really getting familiar with the case today. So I was wondering that because I saw that news article earlier. So if you guys know the answer to that, let me know, because that's something I don't know the answer to. But they did get a search on that house, and I wanted to see what else I had up here. I don't think that this was anything. No, but I'll share this picture with you. I'll share the picture that I have of them. It might not be that big. If that maybe that came into play or something, or maybe the parents noticed it later on that it was missing, but you would think that you would have heard about it by now, because this case is over. It's over a year old, and that's so sad. It's so sad. 4 minutes away, and they're digging the yard up with a backhoe or a bobcat or whatever they're called. So they're just taking layer by layer of the ground up, and then I heard that after that, that's when the cops kind of get in when there's a little bit of a hole, and then they start digging with actual shovels and brushes and things like that. But they're just removing layers. But these two guys are Stacy and Sarah Wondra. I think that's how you say their last name. Let me see how I wrote it down. I think it's Wondra. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it don't matter, I guess, because they were arrested. But they were arrested on, I believe it was April 13th of this year. So they've been incarcerated. They've been incarcerated for a while, but they were arrested on evidence destruction, alternation or concealment of a weapon, unlawful possession by a convicted felon, assault or aggravated assault with deadly weapon or instrument, possession of a controlled substance, and battery. So are those charges stemming from this incident? And then if they find, the rest of him, are they going to charge him with more? Or is this a whole separate deal from April? That's what I'm wondering. Because this just came up like today, their charges and stuff. I just saw their charges today, but I don't know when they're from. I don't know if they're based on this case or a different case. And how did the police find out about them is what I'm wondering. Do you think it could have been maybe they were like wiretapping the jail, like the phone, like they always do, and they said something stupid to each other, like criminals always do? Or do you think that they said something to another inmate? Because criminals do that a lot of times too. Which I don't think I would want to disclose why I was in there. If that's why I was in jail, I would never want to disclose that's the reason. Because that doesn't usually go over very well. But yeah, the guy's name's Stacy and the girl's name's Sarah with an H. So that's them, and that's all we have right now. I mean, they didn't really even give us a whole lot, I feel like, on that either. On this case, they haven't really divulged too much information. If anyone has heard anything else, let me know in the comments what you guys have heard about them searching. I know that they're going on like they haven't said anything today about it, so not since before I got on this live anyway, which I could check and see. And then I thought there was going to be a press conference. Has anyone heard about that? Oh, wait, I'm on the wrong thing. Also, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, do so, because we are almost on our way up to 2,500 subscribers, and then we're going to do our next giveaway. We are like so close. We have like 2,500, 2,600. I'll have to double check in just a minute. Yeah, I don't see anything else on here. I don't know. I was trying to see if I could see anything. I don't know. Okay, well, no news is not good news in this case, I feel like. You heard press conference at 4 or 5 p.m., so like tomorrow? Or is that Mountain Time? Or is that what they are, Mountain MST or something? Because I'm in Ohio. Maybe one tried to turn on the other, and that's how Ellie got info. That could be it too. Yeah. She could have turned on him. He could have turned on her, either way. But you think that they would have to disclose where he's at in order to get a deal of any kind? I would want that. That would have to be something you could flip all day long, but you got to show me where that baby's at. I want to know where he's at. Hey, Fantastic Ether. Oh my gosh, I can never say your name right, but I'll get it one of these days. How are you? I hope you're doing good. Everybody's having a live tonight. Everybody. I didn't think that everybody was going to have a live. That's why when I scheduled mine today, I was like, oh, no one's doing their live. I'm like, oh, come on, guys. Oh, I got it. Good. I know. I have one of those weird names too. Like, well, it's not weird, but, hard to pronounce. Well, mine's like Tanya, so I get Tanya all the time. But I don't care at this point. And we are talking about the Michael Vaughn update. We are just discussing some things that are going on. It's only 15 degrees there now. It is 34 degrees here. Is it cold where everyone else is at? It's freezing here. But I have the window open because I'm hot in this. I get hot in this room. 15 degrees. Oof. I know that even out in California it was cold, they were saying. But yeah, so press conference, you said you thought it was at 4 or 5. I thought it was today, but you might be right, maybe tomorrow. Okay, I'll try to look it up because I was trying to look it up and I couldn't find anywhere where it said like press conference. And if so, I can stream it. So I will write that down too. Because I wanted to stream the press conference and then we can talk about it whenever it's over with. Because I mean, like I said, I'm new to this case, so I am going to do a video like on just, you know, kind of what we went over, like the timeline and stuff. That's usually what I'll do my videos kind of over. I'll do like a timeline of all like the factual events that happened and then, you know, kind of go from there. Oh, I think they said they're waiting for tomorrow. Okay, because I thought someone said like they were having it today at like 1 Mountain Time or something. And I was like, wait a minute. I think it was like Deets on the Street. And I'm like, wait a minute, but it's 3:30. I'm like doing the math and I was like, okay, so it must have been postponed or something. Maybe because they didn't find him yet, or maybe they did find something. I don't know. I mean, it didn't look like they did, but you never know when it comes to the police. And then I'm going to go over this case because this one is just insane too. So I think that's all I really have on the Michael Vaughn update also. And then if you guys missed earlier, just make sure you watch on replay. We did discuss a missing person out of Simi Valley, California, Rachel Castillo. She is 5'2", 105, brown hair, brown eye, Hispanic woman. Her 2 boys are missing her, I'm sure, right now. And so I did post, I'm going to post it. I posted it on my community page, I believe, and I think in my Twitter. And I'll make sure I do a video on that too. Oh, okay. So they're supposed to get a small update, but now they're saying 4 or 5. Now they're saying tomorrow. Okay. Well, then we will have to watch that tomorrow. And then let's see here. Okay. So we're going to go over just the Trinity Backus case and what kind of happened, and you know, let me see. Whoops. Just trying to change the banner. I don't know if you guys have heard of this. The last couple of days has been a little crazy on YouTube with cases coming and then resolving themselves almost within a day, but then not resolving themselves at the same time. It's almost like we're seeing, I don't know, it's like the deja vu all over again. So I did do a video. I did a TikTok on this. I did a video when she was missing, and then I did a video when she was found. And I also did those on my TikTok as well. So if you don't have me over there on TikTok, it is at TitaniumBuilt. If you want to add me over there. You have a missing person. Oh, here in I can't even say that. Mankato. That's been missing for 4 years, and LE don't think it did any investigation. I'll have to send you some info. Your nurse, her name is Wendy Con. Yeah, send me some information on, for real. So yeah, send me. And I'll post it on here, and I'll do like a timeline and stuff for her as well. I don't mind at all. I like doing timelines. It helps me like remember things better. And that's what we were going over too right before you came here. We went over Rachel Castillo and then the Michael Vaughn case. And now we're going to go over Trinity Backus. And then I'm pretty much kind of done for the night. But we do have kind of a lot to go over in this case. I'm going to take these shoes off. Because I'm going to have to get a little comfortable for this one, I think. Okay. So if you guys haven't heard of this case, or if you haven't seen my stories or my community post on it, just a little background. 16-year-old Trinity Backus went missing on Wednesday, November the 9th, from her aunt's house. She was having a sleepover with a friend. Her friend's name was Hannah. And so she was at or approximately at the 18,000 block of Kentucky Ravine Road. So when we first got the case, she was last seen in the yard at 10:30. She left behind her phone and her keys. And then I'm just going to give you like the list of players here. But I'll refer to them probably. I'll try to refer to them as mom, boyfriend, dad, and stuff like that. Oh, thank you. I'll put that up. I appreciate that. Thank you. Her mom is Andrea Marie Santino. Her aunt is Ashley Bajorklin. Her boyfriend is Ashley's boyfriend. I think his name might be Logan, but I'm not sure on that. The dad is Brandon Scott. Trinity's boyfriend, Francis Fowler, and her friend's name's Hannah. I know that's a lot of key players, but I just wanted to give you guys the key players. So Wednesday she was missing. They ended up finding her the next day at like 2 p.m. in a ravine, which was kind of like a, I have it written down. I can't remember what it's called. It's like a drainage kind of ravine where like water, I think, drains to. And I have it, I can bring it up too. So this is the house that she was at. Let's see. Is it this one? No. Okay, so let me see. Is there sound now? Is there sound now? Okay. I don't know why I did that. Maybe it's because like I did this. I think it's working now. Okay. I think it's because I took myself off the stream or something. That's weird. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, guys. I don't even know what I was saying, so it don't matter there. But oh no, so basically yesterday, I was getting ready to go on panel allegedly with Brittany, and he came up and he was in the chat, and so we just chatted with him there. And so I just took some notes because I couldn't believe that somebody's father was actually reaching out, and they weren't reaching out in a bad way. They were reaching out in a concerned way. And so for him to come out of the woodwork, because he did say he hasn't been in her life in the last, like, he hasn't talked to her in the last 6 to 8 months. I feel like for a father to come out and say that, it's extremely like selfless. Do you know what I mean? Like, he really wants to know what happened to his little girl. So basically, he wants the truth out. The fact that the teens and her aunt, so this is what the story was. The story was that Trinity and her friend Hannah were sleeping over at the house with Andrea's best friend, Ashley. And Trinity called Ashley Aunt Ashley. So, because they were so close. So she was having a sleepover at Aunt Ashley's house. And basically, her and her friend, Hannah, were tripping on acid. They were about to watch a movie, go to bed. And then I guess she decided to take a bong rip to kind of come down from the effects of the acid. And that kind of spiraled her out to, it spiraled her out of control. So there's a lot of different stories, and I'm going to come to them in just a minute because it's been There's just been so many different ones. But he did find out from his brother that his daughter was missing. So he headed up there to look for her. Because the first story was that we all heard when I put out my first video on this. The first one we heard was that Trinity ran out of the front door in her robe, pajama pants, and no shoes. That was all we heard. So for her father to say he wanted the truth to come out, that they were, tripping on acid, and he knows that they were doing this, and that they were also smoking pot. He said that 4 adults lived there, but we only hear about Ashley and her boyfriend. So we don't hear about the other 2 adults that lived there. She did say that Trinity wanted to come spend the night with Ashley and her boyfriend and have a sleepover. Trinity and her friend Hannah watched a movie, like I said. And then she said later that evening, Trinity came into her room and tried to play with her hair. And Ashley told her to go to bed. And then they all went to bed. And this is like when the first thing, like the first example of their stories start to like differ. Because she says in here, she says that they all went to bed and they heard a scream. And that's when Ashley's boyfriend went outside, saw Trinity dancing around in the yard. He went back in to grab a sweatshirt and shoes before going back outside. And then that's when she was gone. So I don't know if you guys have seen this picture that's been running around too. Like this picture of her. So this one on the with the maroon robe. Yeah. The silence from all of them is like a replay of Kylie. It really is. It's like a replay all over again. This girl is gorgeous. Look how beautiful it's all of them. But in that second picture where the sun's just hitting her red hair, like I wish I had that color hair and those color eyes and that skin. Oh my gosh, to be that young and beautiful. She was gorgeous. The night that she was going out, and I don't know if she's in chat, but people were saying a lot of stuff about that picture of her with the robe off. Well, if you think about it, her dad said she was tripping on acid. A lot of people were saying that she had like a black eye right here. Her dad even stated that's probably mascara he said that's mascara that ran because she's high. But I'm going to say this. I'm going to side with the dad, and I'm going to side with Trinity and the way she looks, because I've been on video. One of my first videos I did for true crime, somebody pointed out to me, they said, I was like really tired that day, and I did like 6 videos. I was so tired. I didn't touch up my makeup, and underneath one of my eyes, it looked really dark. So I was like, I said, Tanya, put more like stuff on. And I was like, nah, I'm good. I was like, I'm good. I'm going to videotape it. No one will notice. Right. I had like 2 or 3 of you guys come, and I love y'all for this. 2 or 3 of you ladies like reached out to me and was like, do you have a black eye? Are you okay? Like, and I really thank you guys for that, because nobody would have noticed that but you guys. So I thank you for that. But I think that that's kind of why her eye's dark. I think it's just the drugs, being on drugs. Because I don't know if you all remember, but when you like, this was me anyway, when I would go out to like a bar and I would drink alcohol, like I felt like after a few hours, like my makeup would wear off and I didn't look like as fresh and as good. And I think that's kind of like what she's just feeling. She's just feeling not really fresh, but she wants to document her good time that she's having, because she might have been having a good time at that point. I'm not sure. She's not very smiley, but then again, I heard that she was kind of, like that. You aren't worried about your makeup if you're on drugs. You are not. You're all right. And I've never done, I've never done like psychedelics. I'm not a psychedelic kind of girl because I have anxiety through the roof. Like, I mean, it would be bad. It would just be really bad. So, but I've smoked, and I think that if you're tripping on acid, and you smoke, you could definitely have a out, like, you know what I mean, an out of body kind of deal where you might think you see something that you don't really see. So the photo I don't know about the first or the second photo there, but the third photo was taken the night that she ended up missing. And so, let me see where I was at, because I had like so many inconsistencies too. Oh, and then Trinity's boyfriend is also known to sell acid at Condon Park. This is all from her father too. All of the stuff that I'm telling you is from her dad. Trinity's boyfriend, his last girlfriend died. Also, she was, because they were doing drugs. At the time, it was Molly. And they were doing Molly, and she got hit by a car while skateboarding. Oh, really? Shrooms? I might need to maybe some shrooms. I've done shrooms before. It was one time, and I went home. Oh, it was probably, I don't know. It was a long time ago, 20 years. No, not that long ago, like 15. But I remember going home, and I was like, my mom won't be up. My mom won't be up. And my mom was up. And I was like, oh, shit. But it wasn't, I mean, the hippie dude that I met, it was at like a hippie concert. I don't think that they were that potent, maybe, but then again, that was my one and only time. It does not look like she's looking at the, I have this thing always in the phone, but rather something else. Someone or something else. Yeah, I thought that kind of too. Like, what is she kind of looking at? I don't know how people can even hold their phone like that. I would drop my phone. I have one of those loopy cases. I can't go anywhere without it. She can hold her phone with her hand. I can't. I think my hands are extremely small. Let me see what else. Also, the aunt told the mom that Trinity was going to her boyfriend's house. And this wasn't her first, she said that this wasn't her first time on this substance. She said that Ashley, I already told you that she isn't related by blood, but she's a close friend of Andrea's. And then the dad heard the call. So I heard this today, and I need to debunk this somehow. So on the flyer and everything that came out, it said that she was missing from 10:30 from the house. But the dad heard when someone asked, I can't remember if it was CCTV or if it was Brittany's channel, because I was watching both for information, because the dad was on both for interviews. But he said the dad heard the call to 911 was at 10:20. So why would they say that she left the house at 10:30, but the phone call be at 10:20 to 911? That's what I don't get. Gregory, I get the feeling something scared her at the home and she could not get to her phone and left. See, and I agree with you, and this is why I agree with you on that too. When you're going to trip on acid, because I've had friends beg me to do it. And I'm like, no way, Jose, because I have too much anxiety. I will freak out on you guys. But he would always say, make sure it's a good trip. And I'm like, well, what does that mean? And he's like, we will have the right music. It'll be the right flow, like the right people, the right atmosphere. Everything will be like positive vibes, those kind of things, So if she wasn't having that with her friend, or the positive vibes or the fun kind of ended, that could have sent her right into a bad trip right then and there too. So I know that her friend couldn't run after her because her friend's leg is broken. But, I have walked on 2 broken legs. I have metal rods, of course, but I've done it for a year and a half while they were healing. And I had to run after my niece. I thought she was lost, and it was daylight. And I thought she was lost just around a building that I could see to. And I still ran. I threw my walker. I was not supposed to be on my feet at all. And I threw it and I ran after her. Yeah, so I'm going to show you that. Yeah, I'll show you that right now too. Let me see here. So, think it was this one. And I think, because someone told me to pull up this picture of it, and then that she would be like, I think she was filming down in here, I want to say. Or like right in through here. It was in like a drainage. So like into where it runs into a drain. And one of the guys that was on Brittany's page or Brittany's panel was saying that these little like rivets, these are all like little drainage kind of like holes. I don't know if I can bring that up more. There we go. But I believe that this is where they told me, yeah, because this is where the aunt lives. So I'm thinking that she went out and they found her about a half a mile. So I'm thinking it was like down in this area somewhere. Or like even over like here. Like maybe even over like in this area. Yeah, that's what she was like kind of found near, I guess. It was called a I can't believe I can't remember the, it's like a water drainage. She was found by like a water drainage. Very secluded. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of like row houses and stuff out there. It's really pretty out there, but it's very secluded. There's not like a whole lot of houses. Like, as you can see, I can even move it, like zoom out a little bit. Like she's not going anywhere. You know what I mean? So I don't understand what would make you run. And I wish I could show you how thick the foliage is. Like I can't even say the word. It is so thick. I don't know if I can like, if I zoom in a lot, like, I don't think it's gonna let me zoom in anymore. That's not, but it's super thick, guys. Like that crap is like, there's like a word for it, but it's super thick. You have to like literally crawl underneath of it to even get through it. Mega pint, yes, loving surrounding is important. Yeah. I mean, everything, you have to have it. Yeah, you have to have it all going right. If you don't, it's gonna be bad news. Yeah, like so it seems like she ran on the road and then diverted into the foliage. Yeah, or she ran like out that back door. But I don't know why. They said they found her like down in a ravine. Yeah, you're right. It does start with an M, and I can't think of the name of it either. I wonder if my boyfriend would know. I wonder if he probably wouldn't know. He would probably be like, "What are you talking about?" Oh, add me on there. Okay. Yeah. So I can't remember what it's called, but they were mentioning it. So the inconsistencies was last seen at 10:30, but the dad heard the call was at 10:20. The dad's sister saw Ashley wearing the robe the day after Trinity went missing, the same one that Trinity was supposedly wearing the night before, that maroon robe. So I guess the next day, the dad's sister saw Ashley, the aunt, wearing the same robe. If she felt no one really around to hear her, if she shouted for help. Yeah, and that's what her dad was saying. He thinks that maybe she fell and hit her head. And that's terrible. And these are the consistencies too. First, she was getting air and disappeared. Second, she decided to walk to her boyfriend's house, and he lives approximately 10 miles from there. And she had no shoes on too. So, and no phone, no keys, and she had a car, no keys. The aunt said that she told Trinity to come in and go to sleep. Friends say they went to go get her aunt, and when they came back out, she was gone. She ran off, and the boyfriend went after her, meaning Ashley's boyfriend. She was alone in the room, and when they came back in, she was talking about radiation and needing her aunt, so they went to get her. By the time they came back, she was gone. And then the aunt went to get her a cigarette, and when she came back, she was gone. That's a lot of different stories to come up with within 2 days. Not even 2 days. The dad was only like, he's like, yeah, she came up with like 3 stories. And I'm like, I've counted like 9 or 10 since I've been on this live. So I just wrote them all down as I could, like, but my opinion is, I think this, I don't know what could have happened, but in my opinion, I think maybe she had a bad trip. And that's why she ran into the aunt's room. I think that's why she was talking about radiation and some weird stuff. She ran back out the back door. I think she was just trying to get out of there, maybe. Those ravines do look deep. That's the only thing that scares me. But I just don't know what could have scared her that bad. But anything really, I guess, when you're, I guess I can start my can. I guess when you're in that situation, or, you know, you don't know how you're going to react. And I don't know how much she took, but her dad really wants to get her story out there because he wants to know who gave this to his daughter, and rightfully so. And just someone needs to be held accountable. She was 16 years old, another 16-year-old girl. I mean, if I hear about another 16-year-old girl out of Nevada County, and that's who's dealing with this case too, Nevada County. So that we're dealing with them again. So it's just been nuts, guys. So what do you think of all these cases? Are they nuts? Are they nuts? Because I don't even know anymore. Is there any other new cases that you guys want me to work on? Because I kind of went through everything I needed to go through with those ones. I just wanted to show you kind of where she was found and stuff. And I had a lot more to show you last night. And then it came out that her dad did another interview. And I was just like, okay, well, which way is this, place is going? She could have been hallucinating, and that's what could have scared her. Yeah, and that's the only thing I could think of, is she was hallucinating, and that's why she would go under that brush like that. Because her dad said that sometimes when you go under the brush, you'll come out and it'll be like a pasture, like a field, or it'll be like a road. So what if she was going through one and it ended up being a drainage ditch? She hit her head. There's so many different possibilities. It hasn't been determined yet. It just was it said no, they didn't suspect any foul play. But they did have to use chainsaws, I guess, to get around the brush to get her. So she was very deep in the brush. But I also think it's probably very deep brush. And then also maybe they were cutting everything around her just in case there was anything of evidentiary value, they thought maybe. So maybe they were just trying to cut stuff around her too. That way it was easier to find items. But it's just very, very strange. It really is. And if you're just now coming in, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the the subscribe button, the like button, and comment below. I was reading. That's what I get for reading. I fear that RC was like before being removed from the home. How did they spot her? A searcher found her, I guess. They had search teams all over the place there. So maybe drugs have been the cause of death and not just recreational. Yeah, so I think that it is her cause, it is her cause of death in a way. And I think that someone needs to be held accountable. So that's why we just need to get the word out and get, people to listen to her case. Hello, Miss Kelly. Everybody's having their lives tonight. I'm gonna have to get off here soon and go check them out. I was like, what's up with everybody doing that? I was gonna see if so we're at 2267 in subscribers, so we have to get to 2,500, and we're going to do our next giveaway. That's not that many more. I'm excited for that. So make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. Would you hear, Miss Callie? I saw that somebody was doing like a members only, and they had new information or something about the Delphi case. What'd you hear, Miss Kelly? Bring us the news. I really want to go over there and go on the bridge. I haven't heard anything new in the Debbie Collier case other than her daughter did come out and do a interview. She did it with her, it was on a podcast or like a panel, but it was her family that, like, I think it was like her brother-in-law, maybe her brother, sister-in-law or something like that. They were family friends of hers, but it brought her into a different light. It made her look more like a person, a grieving daughter. But is it Jeffrey, the son? He seems to think that's not his mother on that Family Dollar footage, but she says it is. And I just don't understand, because I mean, like, if that's your mom, you should know if that's your mom. Like her gait, the way she walks, her mannerisms, what she picked out to put on that counter. If that was my mom anyway, I would know. I can't expect, I guess, everyone to know those things, but you would just think. Brush manzanita. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what they found her in, the brush manzanita. And I've seen that stuff when I was out in California. It's everywhere. The members only post was what was speaking of. I think my daughter's going to try and listen. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, so because I know somebody said, yeah, they were doing like a members only, but I can't remember who it was, but I just saw it like a little bit ago, and I was like, they have new information in the Delphi case. But I don't think I was a member. Let's see. I appreciate everybody liking the video. Y'all are awesome for doing that. I think that's all I really have for you guys, though. My feet are getting a little bit cold. Oh, is it CNY? Okay. I saw it was somebody. I think I just subscribed to them. So that's why I think I saw the thing. But you have to let us know, Miss Kelly. You have to email me and let me know what it was she said. Because I'm only a member of a couple groups. But I need to get some more members in our group, because I'm going to do more members lives, more members post, and all that good stuff. I'm really excited about it. I got all kinds of stuff that I want to show you guys as my members and as my subscribers too. I'm going to have tons of like pictures and stuff and all that good stuff on the community post. And like I said, if you or if you're ever on my page or on YouTube, don't forget to hit up that community section, because I do post over there a lot. Like about different cases, new cases, old cases, life events, all that good stuff. So I had a terrible allergic reaction. I couldn't talk or swallow when I was still having my throat and stuff. Oh my gosh, Miss Kelly, I haven't had that happen before, but I had to learn how to almost swallow again after my accident. It was very weird. Like sometimes I would just be sitting there, you just swallow naturally. I wouldn't be able to. And that's the scariest feeling, when you can't swallow, or like, I just thought, oh man. I'm glad you're feeling better. I hope you're feeling better. I'm allergic to allergy medicine. I'm allergic to Zyrtec. They put me on it at the doctor, and I came home and I was itching for 3 days straight. And I was like, what the hell is going on with me? And that's what it was. It was Zyrtec. It is very scary to not be able to like swallow. Yeah. Alrighty, well, I am going to hop off here because I want to go check out some more lives. I'm going to see about the press conference for Michael Vaughn, and then just make sure that you, if you guys didn't watch the live all the way through, the beginning of the live we were talking about a new case, Rachel Castillo. I mean, I wish I had that like accent. But yeah, no, I really did have to learn how to like swallow again. Yeah, it was very scary. I couldn't swallow. It happened a couple times, like a few different times, and then it kind of like started finally going away. And I think it was because I had my mouth wired shut for 8 weeks, and when you can't move your tongue, like It's extremely hard to swallow. It's bad. It's your lips get so chapped because you can't like lift your lips. Your mouth is always really dry. So I think that's what it was. But yeah, just Miss Kelly, yeah, don't forget to watch it over again, because I know there was a bunch of lives tonight, so I'm gonna go check them out and see what's going on. Oh, but I did forget to tell you guys a funny story. If you want to hear a funny story really quick about you back tube Jeff. Okay, so let me find my pictures. I have to take pictures. You know me by now, and you know I can't keep my mouth shut on things. So, okay, I saw this video on his page about Kylie, or about, okay, not Kylie, I'm sorry, about Sammy. It said in his title, Sammy Smith is a criminal. And I said, okay, I'll bite. And so I fast forwarded about 20 minutes in, because it takes usually that long to get to something I'm going to hear. Nope. So I fast forward a little more, missed it. So I did fib a little on the first one, but just hear me out. I said, what was Sammy's crimes? I watched twice, but must have missed it. So watching twice, the whole part, I missed that. I didn't really do that. Kaz thinks, oh, you're welcome. And so then this person says, oh, okay, well, I can understand why some people are upset then. It's very misleading. That's what I said. Oh, because she said this. I'm sorry. I said, what was Sammy's crimes? I watched twice, but I must have missed it. And then a girl came back and she was really sweet. She said, he said there are things he can't share at the moment. We all need to know. All we need to know right now is that he's found out she's a criminal. Okay, for all that money that you have your people sending you on your GoFundMe, you're up to like $2,500 right now. I'm sorry, but I would want to know more than that. And then I said, oh, okay, well, I can understand why some people are upset then. It's very misleading because there was people upset and he was deleting them out of the chat. Also, Sammy is 18. This is what I wrote. I said, so it's public record. Anyone can look up the clerk of courts for that country or that county, and it'll bring up any charges she's had. So it's pretty simple to find out. So then he got mad at me. This was on like, it wasn't on his actual thing. It was like his chat. It was on like on his comments. And he put, no, that is not true. You have no clue what you're talking about. Sammy just turned 18. Her criminal past is not on record. No one has it but me. No one can look up her court files because she was underage. You have no clue what you're talking about. If she has a juvenile record, yeah, it would be sealed. But she has nothing on her juvenile record that's going to amount to anything. If she had anything on there, she has nothing. I doubt it. I'm going to strike me with freaking lightning, okay? If she has a criminal record of anything other than stealing a piece of bubble gum from the freaking corner store. Like, really? So then, since I didn't agree with him, he banned me. I didn't say anything after that. Like, that was like, he just banned. So then I was like, okay, we gonna play like this. And he said, clearly you didn't listen to anything I said in the video about how I'm never. So you listen to this, people that are subscribed to his channel. I want y'all to hear this because this was to all of us. This wasn't just to me. This was to everybody. Clearly you didn't listen to anything I said in the video about how I'm never going to share the evidence with you, because he said this in his video. So I wasn't even this was not even a live chat. So that means he was not going to share this with you guys. And you're too stupid to be on my channel and understand what you're doing here. Leave my channel and don't come back. I am not here for your entertainment. I am not here to share dirt with you so you feel satisfied that you get to know something juicy, which we all know how I feel about the Kylie Rodney case. You are never going to hear this evidence ever because it's not about you hearing anything. It's about justice for Kylie. And I don't know if you notice how he spelled that, but Kylie. And that's it. If you can't figure that out, and you think I'm going to tell you stuff or share valuable evidence with you idiots that I don't even know. So if he doesn't know you on YouTube, you're considered those idiots. You're with me. You're in that group. you are all 7 different kinds of stupid all at once. And I want to know what those 7 different kinds are, because my 3.9 grading average is it's probably going to fucking be batting his right out of the ballpark. So then I said, because I didn't say anything to him to deserve any of this. He just was going on. I just said that, all I said was, I think that I can understand why people would be upset, because in your title, I didn't say that, but I was insinuating in your title, you're clickbaiting. 12,000 people viewed that. Okay? Because he said Sammy was a criminal, but you watched all 40 minutes and you never heard about her being a criminal. So that's called clickbait. If you guys don't know that, I'll have to do a class on that one, because I feel like that would be a good one to do. I feel like that would be fun. So I did say, I said, because I didn't agree with your opinion. That's fine. I'll go back to my channel where we base things in facts. And I said, y'all are always the same. I said, you delete people when they don't agree with you. Ban people when they don't agree with you. And I said, if she was underage, yes, but I doubt anything she has would be in her juvenile record. But then again, that was 24 months ago. And I said, I'm sorry. I said, but then again, she was 24 years old a month ago, because he was telling everybody that she was 24. And I was over here screaming since day one, she was 18. She's not 24. So then he got his 25 private eyes in his law firm. I'll tell you right now, I have a lawyer. I've had a few in my day. They don't have 25 private eyes. Unless you're the fucking biggest fucking company in New York. And no, he's not. So, and then I just said, her name is Kylie, by the way, because he spelled it wrong. So that was my funny story, because I'm just like, I can't with them. I can't with a couple people anymore. I don't know how to block people where I don't see them, because when I see them, I click on the channel and then I get upset. Just like I was upset the other day at one little lady that does a lot of Kylie Rodney footage or stuff. She banned somebody from her chat because he strictly said, and I quote almost, I'm paraphrasing, but this is almost a direct quote. All he said was, and she pinned his comment, so she didn't have to do that. And he said, I know how dark it gets driving around those campgrounds at night. She was only 16. She only had about 6 months worth of driving under her belt. That's all he said. She was like, have you not been watching what I've been saying? And then she banned him. Like, you're not going to see me banning people here unless, like, they're cussing and they're, like, I mean, y'all can cuss, but you know what I mean? Unless you're just, like, saying, like, really, really mean and hurtful things to people. Like, we let some stuff slide in here, but we don't let that slide. If you're going to be hurtful, then you're just gone. But I was never hurtful in any of the comments I said. I'm just picking out that you've taken these people's money for like months now, and all you have is Sammy's 18. That's all I've seen. So if anyone can show me any differently, I would love to know. And I have a creator video coming out. I need to post it tomorrow, but there's more I probably should add to it, but I'm not going to. So this week, I'm going to do a live open panel for all of those creators, for all the creators out there to all come together. And if they're still on this Kylie Rodney case, I want to know what the evidence is. And I want it in simple terms. I don't want to look at 8 hours worth of Facebook messages that ain't going to do nothing. I want to know the facts, and I want to know it within like 5 minutes. Someone can do that for me. I would love it. And then we'll go from there. But it's like, it's just getting a little ridiculous. Because I just don't, he's off his rocker. He's giving these. I'm like, that's why I don't like to, that's why I won't watch them all the way. I speed through. Because I'm just like, there's no way. I would never, ever. I would love, my goal for my page, my goal, like for my overall goal, if I could buy a house with what I make on YouTube, I would be so set. That's a huge purchase. You know what I mean? Like if I could just buy a house, that would be in Ohio, nowhere crazy. I would be okay. I don't need Lamborghinis or any of that crap, but that's all I would need. You nailed it for the 7 kinds of stupid. Yeah, I'm just like, I don't get it. Like, he sits there and he says he's going to, he had, like, when I heard about the 25 or 25 private eyes, but all he talks about is Magnum PI. So where's the rest of them? Where's their other 24? What's their names? I want names. If I'm going to be giving someone money, I want to at least know the name of the law firm. He won't give you that. He won't. I could bet my life on it. He won't give you that. He'll say, oh, that's a need-to-know basis. That's a need-to-know basis. We don't want to get Magnum PI in any trouble now. I don't care. Like, I can't help it anymore. I see this stuff, guys, and I'm like, oh, my Lord. And then the other channels that are like true crime, they're all just screaming at each other right now. And I'm like, okay. Just purchased our first home here in Ohio. We only did it because we've been here 10 years already. We've been in the same apartment for 6 years. It's really nice and it's big. It's like, well, it's not like big, but it's 1,200 feet. And so it's spacious. We have 2 bedrooms and like a huge like living room, dining room. And we have these dogs that are not like the best when they're like, they're not very ladylike. So we walk them the same way every day. And it just became like something that we do. So it's hard to move. But see, I want to just purchase a house in Ohio. Yeah. Oh, yeah. By the way, congratulations on you on your house. That's awesome. I've been in the same Ohio home. We have all kinds of Ohio people in here tonight. Usually I have an Ohio t-shirt on. I've been wearing them the last few times. So everyone knows where I'm from. Yeah. So Kate's t-shirt, that is totally tie-dye. And I thought people knew that. I didn't know that people thought that was dirt. It's just, okay. You know how girls, hold on one second, actually. I'm gonna mute me just because I'm gonna go in the other room and he'll probably go, what are you doing? But I'm gonna go show you something really quick. Hold on. Actually, I'm not even gonna mute it. Just let me try to squeeze out of here. Okay. I'm glad someone brought that up. So you know how girls, so the tie-dye that's what it is. It's tie-dye. Just like this was a shirt from my store. But you see how like the shirt, it comes with like holes in it and it's like damaged? That's just like the same look. Like, but this one's not tie-dye, of course. But I wanted to bring that in there because I'm like, I'm glad somebody brought that up. Because I've been screaming that forever now. I'm like, no, it's the look of the shirt. And that's like, and they wear those kind of like baggy kind of pants now. I have some in the closet. I didn't get the part about the issue. Oh yeah. Yeah. So I just think that I think that you're right. I think that it's tie-dye, not filthy. I think that you're right about that. Now I need a drink, so I just ran across the house. But I am gonna, man, I need to work out. Thank you, Make a Pint. We decided to keep it all. You have senior animals too. That's why we're in our apartment. I have a cat that's 14. Grunge aesthetic. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I know, and that's so different because like most of the clothes in my my boutique are more boho, like chic kind of, but I do have some cute grungy kind of clothes too. But yeah, like, and just like the t-shirts the girls wore like longer than their shorts. Do you remember that a couple years ago they were doing that? They might still be doing it, but you'd wear like bicycle shorts, and then your t-shirt would hang down a little bit over the bicycle shorts, giving the illusion that you didn't have anything underneath of your t-shirt or something. I think that's what the illusion was meant to be. But okay, so I am going to hop off here. It was so good to meet you guys. I met so many new people tonight. So make sure you guys subscribe and you hit the bell icon, because I want to see you guys here next time I'm on my live, which will probably be tomorrow or the next day. I want to do I want to cover the press conference. Sorry for I have like keep looking at Trinity's name. So I want to follow up with Rachel, and then of course with Michael. And she has a 17-year-old dog, 12-year-old dog, and a 9-year-old kitty. We have a 14-year-old cat, so we have an 8-year-old dog too, and then a 5-year-old dog. But they're the best. Yes, we will. Okay, yeah. And if you guys need to get a hold of me for anything, I have TikTok at TitaniumBuilt. My email is TitaniumBuiltBoo@gmail.com. And what else? TikTok. I feel like I have some Patreon at TitaniumBuilt, and my Twitter is at Titanium_built. So if you guys want to catch me over on all of those social platforms, you can, and I will be back on with my next broadcast. I'll be back on to do another live soon. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Nice meeting you. Oh, no crap. I'll never take crap. Bye guys.